friends, Namaste. Now you're going to see the part 4 of the UK Europe tour. Today they're going in the Eurostar train. Now the Eurostar high speed train and Eurail they are different. Now the Eurostar high speed trains connected between UK and European gateways. It goes only to 4 places. The Eurostar goes from London to Paris, London to Brussels, that is Belgium, London to Amsterdam, that is Netherlands, and also London to Paris, Disneyland. So these 4 points. The Eurail is connected all the European countries. It goes all over. Now this is actually the high-speed train. And the high speed, it's about 300 kilometers per hour. And when it goes in the tunnel, that is between UK and European gateways, you know there is an English Channel tunnel. So in the Channel tunnel, it goes at 160 kilometers per hour. It takes about 2 hours and 28 minutes precisely, 2:30, or to the distance between London and Paris. Otherwise, you know, it takes about more than 8-9 hours to reach. And it's a very comfortable journey. People sit and relax. You're also going to see the Paris as a whole and explained already in that. Okay, watch. Now we are into Paris sightseeing. Paris is the fashion capital of the world and is one of the most sought after destinations by the tourist and everybody. In fact, visiting Paris is some kind of a prestige matter. Oh, I had been to Paris. Beautiful. Now here the Paris, we would be having the sightseeing of Paris. We'd be visiting Eiffel Tower, the historical monument of, in fact, Europe. It's a symbol of Europe now. As you see Paris, you can see the beautiful buildings across and the sights. Here is Eiffel Tower. Now when you talk about Eiffel Tower, it's something very enterprising. When the French government was organizing the International Exposition of 1889 to celebrate the centenary of the French Revolution, a competition was held to design for a suitable monument. More than 100 plans were submitted, and the Centennial Committee chose that of the noted bridge engineer Mr. Gustave Eiffel. When completed the Eiffel Tower, it served as the entrance gateway to the exposition. Later, after the exposition, they felt there's no need of this. It's all made of metals, you know. So, thinking to remove the sculpture, absolutely to demolish it. But when they had a meeting in the committee, they decided to keep it. But today, see, they make money out of it. Now this is Arc de Triomphe. After the First World War, the memory of the died unknown soldiers. The flame is always burned over here. You can see that. You can also see the sculptures of Napoleon and the soldiers who fought. It's the passage, and it has the Champs-Élysées, one of the most revered or known street in Paris and all over the world. Champs-Élysées, it's actually said Champseleys, so it's Champs-Élysées, but they pronounce in French as Champs-Élysées. I have to give this question to all my passengers. Champs-Élysées is the most important street, and it has both the sides many entertainment centers. The Lido show, which everybody would have heard about it, that is on this road. Now as you see the city of Paris, the guide explains us, but sometimes people don't understand the pronunciation. So I tell them repeatedly in Malayalam. Here I've taken that into English to explain what we are seeing basically. The streets of Paris. See, the Paris city as such is not that the clean down, except a few of the most sought after places like Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe, etc. kept well, and Eiffel Tower, etc. kept well. But the interior sides, you see where a lot of restaurants and shops, that's not that well kept, cleaned. Of course, the Louvre Museum. That's all we are going to see in this video. It's amazing. You see, when Hitler came during the World War, Second World War, he felt bad to demolish, to destroy all these buildings. You can see the conquered place. You can see also see on the side of it the academy which Napoleon studied. It's a conquered place. There are hundreds of vehicles and people move throughout the day, and lots of space, actually large space. You cannot park the bus over here. You can also see part of Opera House. They have two opera houses. One is the main one. It has a lot of shopping place also side by side. This part of Opera House. Here you can see the famous Magdalene Church in the middle of the heart of the city, Paris. This is one of the main monuments in Paris. You can see the sculptures. This is the Opera House, the front view. It's beautiful, isn't it? You have various entertainments from all over the world taking place throughout in this building. Pretty expensive too. So prestige again to have an entry into this particular place. And it's from world over. But of course, during the COVID times, nothing happens. It's all absolutely vanished. You have the most important monuments around it nearby, including the Lafayette Gallery is very close to this place. So you can see Lafayette Gallery over here. You can see the Louvre Museum is coming very close by. This is Hotel de Louvre. This is the entrance of the Louvre Museum. You see, this is built many, many years ago. So the entrance was actually meant for the horses and elephants. So the bus, the double-decker bus, just can pass through very carefully. And we are not allowed to stop the coaches inside. You can see the Louvre Museum. It's a huge group of buildings, huge. To visit, you can see the sculptures on top at the entrance. To visit Louvre Museum, clearly one takes minimum 7 days. This is again a portion of Arc de Triomphe. See, the all of Paris is full of Paris is all sculptures. Any building you see, there'll be some monumentary picture. And a lot of them are naked also, like in Italy. Italy, which is famous for that. This is Louvre Museum. Now we are out of the Louvre Museum. So you can see the Seine River. Again, you can see almost all the famous important cities are surrounded or passing through by the rivers. And I think the river makes them famous because of naturally commercial dealings. Those days, the transportation was used by river than the roads. You can see the beautiful park. This is the vehicle stopping area near Eiffel Tower. This is the Batamosh, which means the beautiful ship to carry the passengers in the Seine River. It has in the evenings and the daytime. Some of them are with dinner, with high tea, and some of them are without also. So we are in the middle of the city of Paris doing our sightseeing. Once again we are turning back. This is the Eiffel Tower entrance. It's actually just made by the piece of metals. The close sight, you don't feel any importance of it. It is very close to this, where you see the where Diana was died, the tunnel. This is all the important sites of Paris. You can see everywhere some of the other sculptures built. This is the Invalides, where Napoleon's body is kept. Napoleon, I don't have to explain, all of you know very well. Invalides. So gold-plated top. It's all very close to each other, but of course it's large. The movement is very well restricted. Most of them are one ways, and our driver always have tough time in crossing and giving us a halt. Sometimes we are not allowed to give a halt because of parking is the allowed vehicles are already parked and we cannot. So quite difficult some to organize the tours, even for the drivers to you know. Here our customers are taking photographs of the invalids. Suddenly everybody fell in love with Napoleon. Napoleon's name is one of the most heard names in our history. So everybody remembers. This is part of the Magdalene Church, which we saw already. The Assembly Building, National Assembly Building. Sorry. This is the Eiffel Tower. We are going to the top of Eiffel Tower. So it has 3 levels. First level, that you can also go by walk if you want, but it's quite pretty difficult, not for our passengers. And the second level, that is what we usually go, which covers most of the portion. And there is another extension to third level, which often not allowed. We cannot take often ticket from here, that in particularly not. Due to security, they don't allow us to. Only after going over there, we have to stand in the queue and take the third level. Or down we can take the ticket if allowed. But even after taking the ticket, sometimes we get the electronic messages coming that are not allowed. This is the way we go up to the lift goes to the top of Eiffel Tower. Here we are reached. The view from the Eiffel Tower, second floor area. Here our passengers are going here and there. Shall the sculpture. They have only heard about it and now they are into it. It's a good surprise and a thrilling experience. Generally, it used to be windy and we used to have drizzling too, but it's a quite sunny, bright daytime. Here is the surroundings we see from the top of Eiffel Tower. It's an amazing height actually. The total height of the Eiffel Tower, I remember it is 300 meter. To the top, to the tip, it is 324. So you can see the surrounding areas. Again, not from the bird's eye view, from the tour leader's handy-cam's camera view from Eiffel Tower. Here the youngsters sitting and chatting in Eiffel Tower. Generally, the locals or the other people who come to Eiffel Tower on their own with the maps, they spend the whole day in Eiffel Tower. They have restaurants and they have wash areas, washrooms, toilets. You can see Seine River flowing on the side of the Eiffel Tower. It's a magnificent view, isn't it? Beautiful. You can see all the buildings, all the architectures, everything from here when you take it. Since it is a sunny, see, it's a staircase going to the restaurants and bathrooms, etc. This is how it is. You can see the metal pieces connected to one another. When it was built for the purpose as I told you. After that, they really want to demolish it. If they had demolished at that time, they would have probably reused the metal for something else industrially. But imagine the crores of people visiting this place. It would have been a real loss and it would have been a waste. Now, someone, particularly at that time, realized this is something very important, needed. And today, it brings a lot of money to, not only to Paris, for the whole of Europe. As I told you, it's become the icon, a symbol of Europe. In every brochure you see, when we say Paris, means when we say Europe, UK Europe, means we bring the icon of Eiffel Tower. Earlier we used to have St. Peter's Basilica or Pisa Leaning Tower, etc. Now it's all on Eiffel Tower. I tried to cover the maximum views of Eiffel Tower because there isn't always we can take this because we don't get the sunny light area. How was Paris sightseeing? Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Now the next video will be to Germany and the Black Forest. Please do not forget to subscribe, to press the bell button and to comment. Okay, thank you, see you.